today we have the last piece of the full carbon fiber lip kit from Extreme Online Store. So we're gonna put that in today. These are the rear, I believe they call them the rear splats or the rear lips. So those pieces go on here, and I'm also gonna see too how well they fit with the I forgot the actual brand of these mud flaps, but I know they use a clip underneath, and so do these. So we're gonna see how well everything fits together and what we have to do to see if we have to modify it or not. But these look and fit really good, so let's get into the video. All right, so in the box we get our hardware and some double-sided tape, as well as our lip pieces. So here they are. It is a weaved carbon fiber, raw carbon fiber underneath, and then the polished clear coated on top. So we got both left and right. And pretty much these just use a few clips, and then I believe you can add additional screws as needed for support. So let's take a look at under the car and see what clips line up where. And I know that we might have to do a little cleanup on the interior here. There's some like built up resin and carbon fiber here that doesn't allow the clip to sit flat. So I was watching Jim's Garage Toys. He had put these on his GR Corolla and they came out really good. So, but he had to grind this away so that way the clip would sit flat. So let's go under the car and take a look at how these are gonna mount. First thing I always gotta do, clean up the area, and then clean up underneath. So grabbing the piece, this will literally pretty much mount up just like that. There are a few clips that these go through. When you come under the rear bumper, you're gonna see a clip here, a clip here, and then there's also an additional clip right there. So one thing that I'm already looking at on these, since I have these mud flaps here that are clipped in to right here, we might have to modify something to allow for this clip to hold both of these, but I'm not sure what I'll have to do yet. But for now, I'm gonna pop out this clip and pop out the other two clips and just try to mount this up and just see what I'm working with. All right, so I got one of these clips out, and these things are actually really hard to get out without ruining. So just be careful. You might kind of distort the plastic just a little bit, but if you're careful and you take your time, you shouldn't ruin these at all. All right, got the second one out. Again, these are, like I said, really hard to get out. I think it's because like the dirt and stuff gets inside of these, and then it doesn't allow it to move freely. But just take your time; it'll come out. I have the piece on here, and I can definitely say that this is going to get in the way, because there's no way for it to actually sit flush. So I'm going to try to brainstorm a little bit and figure out. I don't want to eliminate this clip because obviously it's holding on the mud flap, but we will see. And I also don't want to like completely destroy these either. So let me think about what I can do, and then we'll come up with that idea and try to get this solved. The more I kept looking at this, and the more I didn't want to keep modifying this, because first off, these are expensive, and then second off, I don't want to break it and then need new ones or ruin the integrity of these. So what I ended up doing, since these are already double-sided taped on there, they just have this one little bracket that's double-sided taped on there as well, but then it's clipped on there. So pretty much I just took this off. The tape is still holding these on really well. what I might do eventually, maybe come up with some other type of bracket design. Because if I can get the bracket to like go underneath, like at an angle or something like that, then I could still attach it underneath here easily fine without having to cut away this. Because the only other way that you could get this to work would be to cut like a notch out right here, so that way it'll still go in. And you might be able to get away with that, but I just don't want to ruin the integrity of this and then it wants to flex or break on me. So removing this, perfectly fine. As long as you have really good adhesion with your tape, you're not going to have an issue. So that's what I'm going to end up doing if you guys have this style type of mud flap. Otherwise, this might work perfectly fine with the rally armor and all the other good things, but with these, I cannot remember the name of these. Oh, the Mega Chip. I think they're called Mega Chip mud guards or mud flaps. So, but yeah, if you have these, I like them because they're not super obnoxious like some of the other ones, and I'm not like rallying the car, so I don't need like a lot of protection back here. So I'm not flinging huge rocks at these. But anyways, with that being said, now I'm just taking that off. I'm gonna hold on to this, might modify this or modify or make a new bracket or something like that, because these are just 3D printed. So I mean, you could easily design something and make it work. But anyways, I went to go put these in and the holes are too small, so these clips will not fit in there, so we have to open them up. I was measuring these are about 1/4 inch. We need to get to about 3/8 or 10 millimeters. So I have a handy dandy 10 millimeter drill right here. So I'm gonna open up these 3 holes that use clips, and then we should be able to bolt this right on. I might do 3 clips and then put a little tape on here. I don't think I'm gonna put any screws because 3 clips and some tape will be plenty for these. Alright, so it drills pretty easily. There is some burrs from the fibers themselves, but now let me make sure. So it's a pretty snug fit, so that is good. You just want to be careful, because I noticed it too, that when you drill this, it kind of wants to delaminate, so just kind of go very slow. But other than that, just take your time. So I got these 3 holes opened up, and I'm gonna put some tape on here and we will be good to go. And I kind of stuck this more towards the outside, just because I feel that that's the more noticeable spot if it started to sag, so I'd rather keep it held tight towards the outside because that's the more noticeable side, obviously. Alright, so now that I got them all started, I'm gonna make sure that these hang out just a little bit. I'm gonna stick 1 clip in there. Alright, so I put all 3 clips in here just so I know it's gonna line up. Alright guys, so I got it all on, and this thing is pretty solid. So the 3 clips definitely hold everything really good. And then like I said, I put a little bit of tape on there. One thing to pay attention to, if you look, I had the tape slightly too far over the edge. So just because of how the bumper design is, there's like a little cutout. So might want to push the tape in just a little bit than I did. So on my next one, when I do the other one, I'm going to push it a little bit in. So, but all in all, I mean, fitment wise, is like, these things look like they're literally meant for this car. I mean, it literally fits all the curves exactly how it is. It stops exactly where it's supposed to stop. I mean, so here you can see where the exhaust cutout is, and it just literally, there's like a little indent, but that's like more of how, because this has like a little round to it, but it literally is like flush with the rear diffuser, exhaust cutout and everything. So definitely have to say these things look amazing, and it adds just a little bit of width to the car, so definitely looks nice. But let's hop on the other side, get that one all cleaned up, and then throw that one on. And here's what it looks like from the side of the car. So you'll have the mud flap right here, and again, this mud flap, double-sided taped on there. Sure, could use a little bit more down here now because that's where the other tape was, so I might clean that and put a little bit of tape on there. But all in all, looks really good. This fits really good. I mean, it's solid. So let's move on to the other side and get that one on. All right, one other thing to note that I thought I was gonna have to do was mess with all the excess like resin and carbon fiber, but all these clips actually don't interfere with that, so there's no clip that goes in those really tight corners, so it'll allow them all to sit pretty much flat. So don't ever have to worry about doing any of that. Pretty much all you got to do is just open up the 3 holes for the clips and you'll be perfect. Alright guys, so just got the rear splitter or rear splats, whatever you want to call them, installed, and I think these came out looking perfect. Like I said, fitment wise, like they like fit perfectly, other than having to drill out those 3 holes for the clips. These things literally look like they're meant to be on the car, so I think they look really good fitment wise, everything. I mean, as you can see, I'm literally pulling on them with the 3 clips and a little tape. These things are holding on really good. And again, if you guys are interested in the rears, the sides, or the front, I'll put links down below so that way you guys can check them out at Extreme Online Store. They have amazing products for the GR Corolla, all real carbon fiber fitment, looking perfect. I have no issues with it, so if you guys are interested, I will put all those links below. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.